Welcome to your Wednesday afternoon HQ, the trivia game show you play on your phone where you answer tough questions to win real money. I'm your host with the least, Scott Rogowski, coming to you live from New York City. It is November 8th, and you know what that means. The turkeys are starting to get nervous. That's right, Thanksgiving menus have arrived at your local restaurants. You can get your turkey lover's pizza at Pizza Hut, your peel and eat turkey legs at Red Lobster, your turkey gravy culottes at Dunkin' Donuts with all the giblets. But I've got a tasty fall harvest quiz for you today. All 38,000 plus of you, including Amigo D'Angelo Santiago, Brittany Ann 21, Miley Citrus, Meg 411, and Ninja Pickle. Hello. If this is your first time playing, well, let me tell you how it works. I'm going to ask 12 questions ranging from easy to hard. You'll have 10 seconds when I start reading the questions to tap your answer. If you get it right, you move on to the next round, make it to the end, and you're going to win or split the cash. And today's prize is $500. That's right, $500. You can buy 500 scratch-off tickets, get 500 lotto tickets, and turn that 500 into maybe $5. You don't win with those. Don't do that. Okay, you got the rules? You know what you're playing for? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get this show on the road. Q1, for which job would you need a scuba tank? Deep sea diver, barista, or mechanic? Scuba. Any scuba Steves in the game today? Of course, if you're using a scuba tank, you're going scuba diving. You're a deep sea diver. Holy diver. Deep sea diver. There are a lot of commercial diving jobs, working for the oil companies. Mostly 38,615, got it right. Hey, Aqualung. Of course, scuba was coined by the guy you'd expect, Jacques Cousteau. Q2. What medal do third-place winners receive at the Olympics? Gold, bronze, or silver? When's the next Olympics? We just had one last year. I guess 2020 is the next Summer Olympics. So a little early here with our Olympics-themed question, but if you place third, you're getting a bronze. That's right, the Bronze Age. Gold is first, silver second, bronze is third. 37,533. They got it right, and they are going for that Gold HQ medal today. Who's taking it home? Here's Q3. On which continent would you find the country of Suriname? South America, Africa, or Europe? Yeah. Crack your CIA World Book? Don't sound like you do. Gotta know your countries. Geography, kids. Where you at? Suriname is nestled between Guyana and French Guinea on the Caribbean coast of South America. That's right, South America. And wowza! Woo, doggy. We just lost over 20,000 players with that one. We're down to 12,501. Ouch! Way harsh, Ty. Hey, shout out to Lisa, Olivia, and Corinne, West Coast repping today. You got a noon game, huh? Nice HQ for your afternoon here. Wow, we lost a bunch of you there. You got to check your maps, folks. 12,501 left for Q4. Mongolian barbecue restaurants were first popularized in which country? Mongolia, the United States, or Taiwan? Methinks we're gonna have another high casualty count after this one. We could see some drop-offs here because Mongolian barbecue restaurants, yeah, you know your BD Mongolian Grill, of course, in the States, but that came way later. In the 1950s, Taiwan was the first country to popularize Mongolian barbecue as a cuisine, you know, as like a restaurant thing. And 4,281 got it right, yeah. A lot of you thought the US of A. We're very good at stealing things that get popular in other places and commercializing them. But Taiwan is the OG originator of Mongolian barbecue. 4,281, moving on to Q5. Pop quiz hotshot. The 1994 film Speed's climax takes place on what moving vehicle? Train, boat, or bus? Dennis Hopper, Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock in Speed, which mostly takes place on the bus, right? The bus that couldn't slow down. But the climax of the film is on that subway train that shoots up underground. Remember, it crashes out into the street? 1946 got it right. Yeah, great scene. Dennis Hopper loses his head in that scene. 1946 are left. We got some Wildcats in the game here. Q6, what does the A in scuba stand for? Oh, back to scuba. Air, aquatic, or apparatus? I like these double dips. Call back to Q1 here on Q6. Scuba stands for, it is an acronym, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Apparatus is your answer, and $12.95 are left after that one. They're swimming on to Q7. They get that fresh air. Well, they're using that compressed oxygen. Don't get the bends. Q7, Sherlock Holmes' sidekick Watson served as a surgeon in which of the armed forces? Army, SAS, or paramedics? Why, it's elementary, my dear Watson. That is John Watson, Dr. John Watson, who was trained as a British Army doctor. He was in the Army, fictionally speaking. 565 got it right. I mean, this isn't a real guy, but, you know, there's a backstory to him. 565 got it right. And shout out to some new Twitter followers: Stephanie13, Shauna Elliott, Lindsay Hoffman, Mike Shea, Sarah Rowell, Xavier Gonzalez, and Adam Rubin. You too can follow us on Twitter by going to @HQ Trivia. Question 8. What is the top grossing film of all time in France? Gone with the Wind, Amelie, or Titanic? En français, en français. The top grossing film of all time in France. It's one of the top grossing films of all time everywhere, grossing over $2 billion worldwide. We got a pick of Jack and Rose. That's right, Titanic. Who's feeling like the king of the world after that one? 293 of you. Woo, doggy. 293. That Iceberg movie did pretty well. Yeah, sold over 21 million tickets in France. We have 293 who aren't letting go. Don't ever let go. They're on Q9. A Day at the Races and A Night at the Opera are Queen albums named after what? O. Henry stories, Marx Brothers movies, or British plays? Don't stop me now. Queen. Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen, was a huge fan of the Marx Brothers, reportedly. So he named a couple of his albums after a couple of their movies, A Day at the Races and A Night at the Opera, and 118 people got it right. Dr. Hugo Hackenbush, Otis B. Driftwood. Get your Tootsie Fruitsie, get your Tootsie Fruitsie. 118 are moving on to Q10. What is the official language of Suriname? Ooh, back to Suriname. Is it French, Dutch, or Somali? Well, you got a hint already. If you made it this far, you know where Suriname exists, at least. You know where it is in the world. It's in South America. But what is their official language? Well, the English tried to colonize, but they weren't so successful. The Dutch did it better. The Dutch rule Suriname, or at least they did. 66 got it right. They speak Dutch in Suriname. And 66 players are on Route 66. Moving on to Q11. Who holds the Major League pitching record for most consecutive strikeouts in a single game? Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, or Jacob deGrom? The baseball season is over, sadly. Even more sadly, Roy Halladay, sad news yesterday, one of the best pitchers of our era, passed away. Thinking about Roy, R.I.P. He was a great pitcher. These three are great pitchers: Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, Jacob deGrom. Nolan Ryan, the all-time strikeout leader. Jacob deGrom, a couple years ago, opened the game striking out 8 players in a row, but Tom Seaver struck out 10 batters in a single game in 1970. Terrific Tom, fan 10. And we're down to 20. That's right, just 20 players left after, I think we had 42,000 in the game to start. We're down to 20 on our final Q12. This is it, folks. It all boils down to this. 20 players, $500 on the table. Who's gonna get them ducats? Who's getting them ducats? Here it is, Q12. Which Hollywood film's title was translated for Chinese release as Superpower Dare Die Team? Suicide Squad, Ghostbusters, or The Avengers? Superpower Dare Die Team. Not quite the same ring as the English title, but yeah, for China, the Sony Picture movie division, they had to change the name because the Chinese don't like cults and superstitions and ghosts. So they changed it from Ghostbusters to Superpower Dare Die Team. 3 people knew it, which means we got 3 winners, baby! Oh! Ghostbusters! Who is calling HQ? Who's calling their parents tonight with their big news that they just won an HQ? Wine Daddy, Kiddo, and Ann Darrell. You're taking them $166.67. You could buy an original vintage Ghostbusters lunchbox with that money. I think that's what they're going for these days. Buy all the action figures, too. I had an Egon one. Hey, congrats to you 3 winners today. That's pretty good. $166 on your Wednesday afternoon. Not too shabby. Thanks for playing, HQ. We're back with another game tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you didn't win today, come on back tonight. Another chance to win. 12 more questions, more money for you. That's how we do here at HQ. You had fun. I'll see you a little later, so stay tuned. Until then, I'm Scott Rogowski signing off saying, in conclusion, mono means one, and rail means rail.